All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just exploring a philosophy, we are stepping right into a trial. Our guide? A text full of some pretty formidable wisdom. You could say it's forged in fire and discipline. We're going to delve into the world of BKS Iyengar, but we're going to see it through the eyes of a creature that truly embodies endurance. Let's get into it.
Wow. Okay. So, our source kicks off with a bang, doesn't it? This is definitely not the gentle, feel-good yoga you scroll past on your phone. No, this is a direct challenge. It's like a wake-up call telling us to snap out of our modern, kind of superficial take on what is a really, really ancient practice. It's telling us, hey, look deeper. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't just challenge us. It gives us a name. A nickname, really. We are the flicker. You know? Small, fleeting, easily distracted. Kind of stings, right? But it's meant to. It's a confrontational start, for sure, and it's designed to shake us up and get us ready for a completely different way of looking at strength and discipline.
So to really get the fire behind this whole method, we first have to understand the flicker it came from. We got to go back to the beginning, look at the man himself, and figure out where all this incredible grit started. So here he is, BKS Iyengar. And his story, it doesn't start with him being some super strong prodigy. It's the complete opposite. He began with profound weakness. The text calls him a fragile flicker, and it's not an exaggeration. He was this kid who was just ravaged by illness, like a tiny flame that was always about to go out.
And you have to understand, for him, yoga wasn't some trendy workout class or a nice way to de-stress. Not at all. It was a desperate, all-out daily fight just to survive. His practice wasn't born in some calm, peaceful studio. It was forged in the fire of absolute necessity. And what was he fighting against? We're not talking about a common cold here. The source calls them dragon-sized challenges. And look at this list: malaria, typhoid, tuberculosis. This was a full-on assault, just a relentless siege on his young body. And right there, in that struggle, is where his whole philosophy was born. He figured out that asana, the physical poses, could be way more than just stretching. Through just sheer willpower, he turned his weak, fragile body into a fortress. He didn't just read about strength in a book. He forged it himself, one agonizing piece at a time. So this intense personal battle with his own body, it gave him this incredibly deep understanding of how it all works, its mechanics. And that led him straight to the absolute core principle of his method, the huge importance of physical alignment. Basically, the architecture of you. And man, the source does not pull any punches with this analogy. It's brutal, right? But it's also kind of brilliant. Think about it. A dragon's wing is off by just 1 inch, and boom, it falls out of the sky. And then there's us, walking around like wilted lettuce. It's such a stark reminder that all those tiny little details of how we hold ourselves, they have massive consequences.
So this really lays out a choice for us, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the rickety shack, slumped, weak, totally oblivious to what your body's doing. Or you can be a towering monument, aligned, stable, and resilient. And the difference between the two, as Iyengar saw it, is huge. It's the difference between just existing and actually living with intelligent action.
So the big takeaway here is that alignment isn't about looking good. It's not an aesthetic thing. It's physics. It's an active intelligence. It's like building a bridge that you know has to withstand a ton of pressure. It's all about distributing your weight properly, protecting your joints, and just creating a structure that's fundamentally strong and stable.
A good way to think about it is like a tree, right? First, you need strong, stable roots that go deep into the ground. That's stedum. Once you have that stability, the trunk can grow tall and steady, and there's a sense of ease and comfort in that strength. That's sukhum. Then, and only then, can the branches really extend and expand, reaching out, all while staying totally connected to that strong core.
Okay, so that's the ideal. But what if your body just can't do that? What if you're super stiff, or you're injured, or you're just a total beginner? Well, this is where Iyengar's genius just really shines. This is where he came up with his most revolutionary idea, using props.
And this is such a huge shift in how you think about it. Instead of looking at our limitations and seeing them as failures, Iyengar saw them as puzzles that just needed to be solved. So he created tools. And listen, the point wasn't to make the yoga easier. The point was to make it smarter. He wanted to make the correct alignment, the correct actions of the pose accessible to absolutely everyone, no matter what their body was like.
I mean, this quote just completely shatters any stigma about using props. It's not a sign of weakness at all, it's a sign of intelligence. You're not cheating, you're being wise. Refusing to use a tool that could help you, well, the source just calls that stubborn foolishness, and it's hard to argue with that.
And the benefits? They're honestly transformative. For beginners, props just throw the door wide open. They let you feel the full potential of a pose right from day one. They help you fix your alignment, they let you hold poses longer so you get a deeper release, and they even help advanced students unlock totally new levels of awareness. They just make the whole practice smarter, safer, and deeper for literally everyone.
So, all this incredibly detailed, meticulous work on the physical body, the alignment, the props, all the effort, it's not just about the body. It's all for something so much bigger. We're now moving past the architecture of the body, and we're heading deeper, into the very essence of our being. The source calls it the unfurling of the soul.
And this is such a key point. In Iyengar's world, the physical practice, the asana, that's not the goal. It's not the destination. It's the gateway. It's the key you use to unlock the door to this huge, deep inner landscape. The physical stuff is just the training ground for the real journey. And that journey, it happens inside your own mind.
So the source points us to this ancient roadmap, the Yoga Sutras, which lay out the path really clearly. You start with asana, the physical part. That's to get the body in order and quiet the mind down. Once that's done, you're ready for dharana, which is intense concentration on just one thing. And from that focus, dhyana, or meditation, can just sort of happen, almost effortlessly. And all of that can eventually lead to samadhi, which is this profound state of union with everything.
So, you see, in the end, this isn't about pulling off a perfect handstand for a photo. It's about finding a state of holistic balance. It's like creating a symphony between your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's this beautiful state where the precision of your body actually creates stillness in your mind, and that stillness is what allows your true self to finally shine through.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the theory, but Iyengar's yoga is not an intellectual exercise. You can't just think about it. You have to experience it. So, the source has a challenge for you right now. It's time to stop listening and start doing. Time for your first dragon trial.
And your first trial is Tadasana, mountain pose. Yeah, it looks simple, right? You're just standing. But the instruction is to go way deeper. Don't just stand there. I want you to actually feel it. Feel all four corners of your feet pressing into the floor. Squeeze your thigh muscles. Lengthen up through your spine, like there's a string gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Find the stability and the space in this one simple pose.
And that right there, that's the heart of this entire practice. It's not about just going through the motions. It's about bringing your complete, total, unwavering attention to right now, to feeling every little sensation, noticing every tiny shift. This is how you go from being that distracted flicker to becoming a focused, steady flame.
So we'll leave you with this last piece of wisdom from our source. Remember this path, it's not some gentle walk in the park. It's a mountain climb. And there are no shortcuts. Real, true, lasting strength isn't something you're just given. It's something you forge yourself in the patient, persistent, and unwavering climb to the top.